Welcome to the last episode of the Summer Signal. It was a pretty hot summer out there with more than 500 projects submitted to the Onchain Summer, 403 new projects, and a total of 243 mini apps, which is like pretty insane, right? Though that's right, 243 new mini apps that you can test out, try out, play with at the base app right now. So, like everything good in life, everything comes to an end, so Onchain Summer is ending, but we will continue this stream under the name of the Builder Signal in the future. So if you want to be hosted, if you want to be interviewed, if you want to be streamed on Build on Base, you can ping me and we can find a way to make it happen. So thank you all for watching, and until the next one. I'm really happy to be here with Tara on the show today. Tara is one of the co-founders and the chief creative officer at Cat Town, which is like a game about cats, something that I really love. So pretty excited to have you here, Tara. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me on today. Yeah, it's delighting to be here. It's good. It's actually starting to turn cold here in Ireland, so that's why I'm like kind of wrapped up a little bit. So yeah.
Cool. Okay, so we'll go like straight to the questions. First question I have for you is like, in a world where we reward and shape behavior with dopamine hits, how does a game like Cat Town help build meaningful interactions?
I think what it really comes down to, and where this is where crypto in general is all about ownership. It's all about self-custodial. And with, traditional Web 2 gaming and platform gaming, what we see now increasingly is microtransactions, where the players are gaining absolutely nothing from, buying a skin. Most of the time, they won't be able to really trade it. Whereas with crypto, now players will be able to like actually own the assets. So, for example, in Cat Town, we had an NFT collection, the Founders Collection on OpenSea. So with those characters, if you own an NFT, you can equip the cosmetics and like the skin onto your character in Cat Town. So we're trying to bridge the gap into that, and it's real ownership for the players and real value that kind of can be delivered back to the players. So whenever we release that collection, you know how NFTs can absolutely just kind of go parabolic at times whenever it just hits the right season. So I think having these kind of crypto assets that can give value back to the players and for early investors as well is paramount, because it also kind of can help the problem that we're seeing with the traditional Web 2 of kind of microtransactions, where that money and value isn't returned back to the player. It just goes into, the publisher or the developer. So that, yeah.
So like returning that value back to the player, like the hypothesis is that's basically that helps create this more like meaningful interactions within a game, because like
Yeah, I
sense
think
of
it
ownership.
helps like build a sense of community. So, for example, Cat Town is kind of based off of Animal Crossing. And that game, I don't know, are you familiar with Animal Crossing? Have you played it at all?
I'm not, no.
No, it's kind of like a life simulation game, but in that they have their own currency called bells, which you can use bells to buy furniture or clothing, or you can kind of see where I'm going with this with the aspects of Cat Town. Um, Interestingly enough, Animal Crossing had a system called turnips, where you would buy turnips from this NPC character who would just kind of wander about. And the idea was to talk with your friends on certain days because the value of turnips would go up and down, such as like, stock and crypto and whatnot. So the idea is you talk to your friends to try and see who has a better rate on their island. So someone would go to the island, get a better return on their investments, and then put it back into the game. So they've historically, in my opinion, Web 2 has kind of had these aspects, and Web 3 just seems like an obvious choice for where it's going to go. But it actually gives the players more of a say now. So, for example, Cat Town has Kibble as its underlying token in its economy. And this actually gives players the ability to be stakeholders now. We're not basing it off of, VC backings, or we're not reporting to someone. We build directly with our community, with our stakeholders who are our community. So is really, I think, where we're seeing this evolution of like where games are going is kind of community focused. Um, Sorry.
Great. So like if you can imagine like the greater vision for like Cat Town, or even like the category for on-chain games in 10 years from now, like how would let's say it wins, let's say it really transforms the industry and the world a little bit, how would that
Hmm.
look like?
Ooh, how would that look like? That's
Or how would you like it to look
so.
like?
How would I like it to look? Ideally,
Yeah.
I could see a lot of games, as I was kind of saying about, gamers are getting rewarded for playing games. They're getting, you know, a less predatory market is what games have been, and developers can also see a return because working in the traditional Web2 space, I worked in a mobile game studio. Developers don't make a lot of money from it. The actual people building don't make a lot of money, whereas crypto is now going to enable developers and builders to be able to fund themselves while also following their passions. So I think that we're kind of entering this. Honestly, it's like a transformative time for like creatives, and I think that that's what like base and like this industry is opening up to is that it's going to allow creative people who want to be able to build freely creatively and also be rewarded for it. So in 10 years from now, I would love to see loads of indie developers who have like been able to like self-start, self-fund and just get their dream out there without the fear of all these costs that will come, or I have to go out and pitch to these, companies to make money to even get off the ground. I think Cat Town has kind of shown that we've been like community funded essentially with our ERC token and people holding it. So we have I think Cat Town has kind of stood out as like a way to be like you can have a successful project based off of just community and just like a strong community that believes in the project. So what I hope for is that like other companies and businesses will be able to avail of that in future. But
I love that vision, Tara. I
thank
really love
you.
it, and I hope it comes true. So the last question I have, it's related to Cat Town, but not specifically to the game. So it's a cat question. So the question I have is like, are cats the best animal in the universe, and if so, why?
If you were to ask me personally, cats are my favorite thing ever on the planet, and yeah, but I know some people really don't like them. So I'm not going to say they're the best thing on the planet, but to me they are. I know it might be a bit of a cop out. Is that a cop out answer? Is it? Hopefully not.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
what do you
um,
think?
Anything else you would like to add? I think they are the best animal in the universe, not only in the world. And that if someone doesn't like cat, it's because they don't know them.
What is it? It's like it's if people don't like cats, it's like oh, you don't like something you can't control or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like they're
That saying.
independent. They hang out with you if they want. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you a lot for participating in the summer signal on the summer signal, and good luck in the on-chain summer.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm really happy to have Kieran on the show today. He's the co-founder of Base Minecraft, which actually enables the tokenization of Minecraft servers, which is like, if you ask me, a fucking killer app. So Kieran, everyone wants to know, like, Base Minecraft is like one of the coolest projects we've seen on Base. So what happened?
So what actually happened was Base Minecraft got reported to Microsoft after we won the Base Batches Build-a-thon third place. And 2 weeks after, we lost 12 Minecraft servers. They all got disconnected. So we had broken one of their rules about play to earn. So we're kind of just restructuring to not be breaking their rules, right? Because Minecraft's owned by Microsoft, right? I do not want to get sued by Microsoft, but I do want to monetize these Minecraft servers and help people because it's really hard to monetize a Minecraft server. You have to use PayPal, hook that up to a website, and hook that up to the Minecraft server. That's something that not everyone's going to have the ability to do, right? Like you have to be knowledgeable about coding and all that stuff to make that happen. So our idea is to just make a really simple all-in-one, basically what it already was, but just like without the play to earn aspect, and just really focus on the monetization aspect and just help people. Because if we could help people monetize with crypto rails, we could even help them launch tokens. They just can't earn them in the game anymore. So we're coming back with a version 3. This will be our third iteration of base Minecraft. So definitely looking forward to getting back to not tokenizing servers, but just helping people monetize this time. And so the framework, we're going to be using it for other games too. So it's a good little experiment that happened, to be honest.
Can we go a little deeper since you mentioned V3? Can you tell us a little more about V3 and what's coming?
Yeah, so the whole idea is to really hone in on the just traditional monetization, but through crypto rails. It currently has that, right? You're currently able to buy something in Minecraft with Ethereum or USDC or the server's token on our website. That already exists, but it's really kind of like a confusing system, and there's no like transaction history. There's a lot of stuff that could be done to make it way better. So the idea is just to really hone in on the fact that it's not about tokenization anymore. It's about standard monetization. And so going from there with V3 based Minecraft, it'll be about having servers launch their own tokens and then offering, they can offer discounts on items if they use those tokens versus like USDC or whatever. So there's like incentives to own these tokens in some kind of way. So we can build systems that still reward their token and incentivize them to like tokenize, but they can't be earned in the game anymore. That's on Minecraft at least. Can't be earned in Minecraft. So kind of building a V3 within those parameters now, because we kind of our version 2, it did have play to earn in it, but we weren't really you're earning a crypto token. We didn't consider that like play to earn, to be honest.
Gotcha. So like Minecraft and a bunch of of the like massive games that are out there, they are like obvious cases, right, for tokenization. Like, why do you think they are not doing this themselves?
I think it's so gamers in general are very fearful of crypto, right? They think it's going to be the next version of microtransactions. They've seen, all the memes, the Hawk Tuah rug pull. They have a really bad view of crypto. And so it has to be done right. And it has to be done. It can't be like you take an established like intellectual property and then throw it on top, because then you're going to like disenfranchise all these other users. They might not like the upgrade, right? So it has to be something new, something that does it like on the back end. No one really knows what it is. And it has to be inherently non-extractive and give an actual use case to the creators. Like maybe they earned something in this game and now it's usable in a different game. That's a perfect example of the use case of crypto when it comes to gaming. And so that's not really going to make sense for them until they see it in action. And then once they see it like happening in real time, then you can kind of like reveal like why it's working that way, right? It's because like it's a NFT asset that you own or whatever. So I think the real use case for crypto with games, it could really explode to that event. But I don't think like big games are going to be adding it. I think it's up to someone like me to come along and add like a plugin and just kind of do little experiments. And I like the idea of base Minecraft being something that I've recently found could work with any game. Like we can mold this to work with like Grand Theft Auto, Rust, Pal World, and I just have to kind of play those games and learn how those economies work so I could set it up, and then we can make something happen. So I'm looking forward to doing that in this year. So Minecraft was really just the beginning, because the whole stack that we built, it could work with any game.
Love to hear that. So just one last question. We have like 1 more minute. So like if you can like, look into the future and, imagine the, a bright future for the technology you're building, like how would that look like if it gains like massive success? How could it transform the whole industry and the world maybe, right? Because it's a massive industry.
Well, the thing about gaming is that it kind of like envelops all industries. Like you have developers, you have creators, and you have just gamers. So there's so much potential, right? Like game creators, right? They're having issues monetizing also. And I think bringing games on chain offers the people routes to do the stuff that they love, right? They could, play games and earn, or they could make content, earn, or in my case, you could develop and earn, which changed my life. I think it's going to be there's something for everyone, right? I think the technology is so expansive in so many different directions that really it's going to be unique to everyone. But for games, very wide audience. I really like that there's tons of creators, tons of gamers, and tons of developers. It just has a big, wide audience when you focus on games. So I think games will play a big role in the future of crypto development and growth.
Awesome. Okay, Kieran, that was my last question for the Summer Signal this time. Thank you so much for being here, and good luck with Beef 3.
Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.